And no spoilers, but how does the show end?
Perfectly. That's right. Beautiful.
This whole time, everything we have ever assumed about the Upside Down has been dead wrong.
So what is it that you hope, like when fans conclude the very last episode, that they end up walking away talking about?
Oh, the very last episode. I'm really interested in to find out how they feel. I hope they're satisfied and whether it's going to be giving people exactly what they want, I don't know. I feel like everybody wants different things, but what we tried as much as possible was to have an ending that just felt honest and truthful, and hopefully the fans see that and it resonates with them in that way.
And no spoilers, but how does the show end?
Perfectly. That's right. Beautifully.
These 3 episodes are so energetic. Like the camera work and the stunts were really blowing me away because we've had a lot of that in previous seasons, but this takes it to a whole other level. Can you talk about visually if you had any specific inspirations or, were there other movies that kind of influenced you?
Oh, always. Obviously in Volume 2 we have the sequence in the laundry room is very Jurassic Park. So Spielberg obviously always being a big reference in the way that he blocks his actors in the way that he moves the camera.
Well, in terms of suspense, you've got Hitchcock and you've got Spielberg, so it's like, and anyway, so that exactly. The raptor sequence was probably the biggest reference from the second volume.
I feel like because we're around the same age that is Jurassic Park is lodged firmly into my brain, and I will go on and on about the genius of the production of that movie.
Did you see it in theaters?
Yes.
Yeah, us too.
A whole row of children. And I can't even imagine how rude we must have been to people around us, but it's just like the joy of experiencing it.
It's just one of the best movie going experiences of all time, and I feel sorry for people who didn't get a chance to experience that.
And that actually, Stranger Things is is along the lines of that, like meant to be experienced with a group.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the reasons, like there's so many ways that this has found itself in other projects, like stage, you know what I mean? Like experiences, haunted houses, whatnot. Like, do you have other ideas? Like we have an animated series coming.
Yeah.
Are there further ways that we can experience this together? Because...
Yeah, we're early days, but we're working on a spinoff. Again, it's a different characters, different town, different story, but it's connected in some ways to the flagship. And so, but we really wanted this to be the end of the story of Hawkins, the Upside Down, and these characters, and close the door. So it's not like you don't watch the finale and go, oh wait, but that one thing, and that's we're not sequelizing it. We really wanted to close the door, but again, there's a way to continue the Stranger Things universe. We need to come up with a name that's not.
Yeah, I don't like any.
I don't know.
Calling it any.
But yes, but it will continue on in some ways with the cartoon and then eventually a live action spinoff.
I noticed that the last episode of this volume is you two and Sean Levy directing in partnership.
Yeah.
And why is that? Is it just that it was so huge an undertaking?
It really came to, Matt and I were going to do it originally, just us, but we needed more time to write the finale script. So it wasn't like us and Sean on set at the same time. He luckily, graciously, he had finished Deadpool and he had enough time to come and, shoot we both shot about 50% of the episode. We just split the scenes up.
I'm just curious if anyone is actually going to be able to tell who shot what scene.
I don't know.
That's what I am thinking as you're saying that, because I was like, that's interesting to be able to tag team with a whole different person who's certainly been there since the beginning, huge influence on the show. But
I feel like our styles have or if Stranger Things, has a particular style. So I'm not sure I feel like it all melds together pretty well. I'm not sure people are going to be able to tell, but I'm curious if they can.
Yeah.
And so by the transitive property, that theoretically means that you would have done a similar directing job on Deadpool. Is that, we'll just say that?
You know what? I should be offended because we were never offered to direct on Deadpool.
That's right.
Rude.
So, or Star Wars. Star Wars. That's one I would love to, but Sean has not given us the call. So
No.
I'm gonna say.
Would you say that your development of future projects, like as you guys move to the bigger screen and like a feature film focus, would you say that your development has changed at all? Like, is the story changed as the venue may change?
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, because it's going to have to. Because next up, we're going to do a movie. I mean, that's at least the current plan, and that's just a different type of storytelling. I mean, that's what we grew up loving and watching were movies, but it's a muscle that I think we haven't used in a while, which is, we're pretty, we have a pretty luxuriously large canvas to paint on that we've gotten used to. So we got to retrain ourselves on how to tell a 2-hour story.
Yeah, we'll let you know in a year how that goes.
Hopefully it's like riding a bike.
Hopefully.
Perhaps through a red bunch of clowns. Oh, riding a
Exactly.
bike. And is there any news on Talisman? Because as I was Googling around, I was like,
Sadly, Talisman is no longer at Netflix, so we're not involved. Poor Talisman. I remember I think
it was probably naive of us to think we could break the Talisman curse.
Talisman curse. When I interned, when I was really, back in college at Kennedy Marshall, I remember reading, I think it was a movie script for Talisman. So it's been in development forever. So I'm sorry that we were not the ones to break the curse.
It will be whoever does it and cracks it is going to be rad.
Yeah.
Kind of thought that was supposed to be the easy part.
It was.